After recovering the silver from my last run, I decided it was time to upgrade the silver cell, mainly because the smaller one was functioning perfectly. And I found that deeply suspicious because I managed to only break one beaker during the entire run. So this time, everything's bigger: the cell, the voltage, and the potential for mishaps. Let's start with a rundown of the required equipment. For the cell, I will use a 5-liter borosilicate beaker. It's 2.5 times bigger than my last setup, which means I can now make my quota of mistakes in less than half the time, and that's called efficiency. The anode basket, which is a 2-ounce plastic cup with holes drilled in it, is where the scrap silver is put to be dissolved. It is suspended above the beaker with 2 glass rods and a few zip ties. You know, the way any competent professional would do it, right? The anode is completed with the black wired anode bar that'll sit on top of the scrap silver. Now, you thought I was creative with the baskets? The cathodes. I made a pair from leftover pieces of silver that I fuse welded together, and they'll hang on opposite sides of the beaker. They're not elegant, but they are pure silver, which makes them the world's best conductor of electricity. And they haven't fallen apart yet. So by my standards, that's a success. Lastly, the power is supplied by a variable DC unit, capable of providing up to 10 amps of power. It's more power than is necessary, but I've learned not to let that stop me. Now it's time to add the electrolyte solution. The ratio here is very important, which is unfortunate, because now I have to hope I remember the correct ratio. Well, here goes nothing. I'll say that my target concentration is going to be about 100 grams of silver nitrate per liter. Why, you might ask? Because it's the sum of the first 9 prime numbers. Anyway, where was I? Yes. So I'll need to mix about 1 part concentrate silver nitrate to 4 parts distilled water. Or in my case, 1 part confidence, 4 parts denial. With the electrolyte mixed, probably correctly, it's time to assemble everything. The cathode plates hang on opposite sides evenly spaced. We don't want the new silver to be fighting over real estate. The anode basket gets placed on the center of the beaker. It needs to sit deep enough to submerge the junk silver, but keep the anode bar out of the solution. If you don't, it'll be the last time you see it, because the cell will eat the bar along with your junk silver. Don't ask me how I know that. Now for the wiring. Positive to the basket, negative to the plates. If I mix it up, don't worry. I'll know soon enough when the plates start dissolving instead of growing new silver. Again, don't ask. With everything in place, it's time for the big moment. Powering it on. I'll initially set it to about 2.75 amps. At this stage, patience is the most important ingredient, which is unfortunate because I'm short on that. So the cell will do all the hard work for about a week. The goal? 40 to 50 ounces of pure fine silver crystals, assuming everything behaves, and I remember to check on it occasionally. So that's my scaled up silver cell. Bigger, better, and significantly more capable of ruining my day if ignored. Thank you for making it to the end. And if you enjoyed watching, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.